Hi, my name is Greg. I'm an atheist. I post this GQLR here on YouTube, and I would like to make what I want to describe as a form video. This is a form letter for atheists who are making the claim that atheism is a lack of belief in God or an absence of belief in God, or that an atheist is someone who doesn't believe in God. Okay? The argument as to why you're wrong is open logic, informal logic, as understood as primary or secondary predication. Okay, so essentially what you're doing is you're describing what something is by what it isn't, or saying what we are is what we aren't. Absence in the dictionary or anywhere as a reference tools that I think you'll find that it always uses the operator not, logical operator not. As well, you'd say it's a non-belief or something like this. Really, only a not belief is effectively when we talk about it in a logical sense. So basically when I say that I don't have horns, or I lack a tail, or I don't have 10 legs, then all those statements are true, but they aren't true about me. They're true about what I'm not. And there's the difference. When we get into a more advanced concept of application of truth, and from my understanding is that when we are talking about the existence of an object, if we have a truth about an object, it must exist. It comes from René Descartes, so I think, therefore I am. So if I think is true, then I am. It must be true. So effectively this boils down to saying that the primary predicate of the statement must exist if the statement is true. When we use the logical operator not, then we're talking about secondary predication, and we're talking about what we're not. Again, the statement is true, but it's true about what we're not what we are. So it's kind of deceptive in that way. But not really, because when we apply it to existence, then when we have a truth about an object and we can prove it exists, then if this also applied under secondary predication, and if I said, if God doesn't exist, and that's true, then it would prove that God does exist. So this is the logical problem that you would end up with in saying that we're saying that atheism is, I'm very tired, that atheism is saying a lack of belief in a God, or somebody who doesn't believe in God. This is why we must say that an atheist is somebody who believes there's no God. Now, atheists try to avoid saying that because they believe, mistakenly, that they will be involved in a burden of proof argument. The burden of proof lies on somebody making the claim. But no, the burden of proof argument lies on those making a claim of truth, not a claim of belief. You can't prove a belief is true, or it stops being a belief. It starts being a truth. So those atheists that are so inclined to say that the atheism is a lack of belief are not only failing basic logic, but also they're doing so based on an unreasonable fear of the burden of proof argument, which wouldn't even apply anyway, because it only applies to those claiming something is true, not something that they believe. There you go. There's a difference. The difference between primary and secondary predication. It evolves into worse problems when you bring into logic in a more formal sense, because it would be saying that effectively Greg doesn't exist proves that Greg does exist. And it'd be so nonsensical to say we are what we aren't. Show me your logical reasoning how you can say that something is what it isn't. Okay? It might be true that I do not believe in God. That's not true about me. That's true about what I do not have. your logical reasoning, how you can say that something is religion.